off, of course, with Mr. Stephen Tan and Mayor Joy Belmonte. Let's go back to the beginning. Since we mentioned kanina po, no, that this was an idea from you, Mayor Joy. This is something that you had in mind, and I do feel like Happiness Project, Mayor Joy seems like a great combination. Very, very appropriate. What sparked your interest in building communities for both your side as the leader of Quezon City and you as the head of SM, Sir Stephen? Would you like to take this first, Sir Stephen?
SM is all over the country, from Luzon to Mindanao, and we have more than 80 shopping centers across. We have nearly 5 million visitors daily that goes to our malls. So I just feel that we have that responsibility, or not just SM, all big corporations, big companies, big organizations have that responsibility to influence others to help. Because of our reach, that is why we felt that it is very important for us not just to do business, it is to do business with a heart, to influence others, to help out and reach out to their respective communities. Anyway, if the community prosper, we all prosper.
It's hard to argue with the fact that you are a huge established community naman. And as cliche as it might sound, I feel like SM has embodied that line, with great power comes great responsibility, and you've been doing that for so long now. Thank you very much. Mayor Joy, kayo naman po, do you think it is important to build communities? Why do you think it's important to do so?
A sense of community and a sense of cohesion. This is the secret to success. But we have the responsibility to empower our communities and to capacitate them so that they can discover the power within themselves to make a difference in the lives of others as well as in their own lives. So through this project with the Spark Foundation and with Ms. Sarawan, we are able to develop a sense of community of our women as well as the sense of community of our women in the correctional facilities. And hopefully, this project will empower them so that they can find the supergirl inside each and every one of them.
Thank you very much. Very well said. And when I think about empowering people, though, I think one of the crucial things you need to do is to give them a role or a purpose. And I do think that one of the biggest reasons why your 100 Days of Happiness project has been such a success is because each and every person involved has a sense of purpose, whether you're from the corporation side or a passerby, a shopper from the Girl Scout community, and that truly does feel empowering. So thank you once again for all of that. I would like to ask Dr. Nina Yuson now, why do you think it's important for the youth to take part in national organizations like the GSP? Bakit importante po yun?
Well, we have girls all over the Philippines and young women, and especially after the pandemic, they had a difficult time. So, our membership really dropped drastically. And we believe that when we can start young with the girls, in believing in values like caring, sharing, because in our promise and law, we always say to help the community, to share. And there's a similar vision even with Brownies Unlimited. So if we can catch the girl while they're 4 years old up to 21 years old, I think we will have a better country.
True, it starts there. You start them young, and we do have a huge population of young people here in the Philippines, so I think it's a great way to take advantage of that, and they are our future, diba? To put it simply. Another cliche, but maraming salamat for all the work that you do as well. Now, we want to talk to the designer, of course, Ms. Sarawan. I think your designs speak for themselves, so we're not going to delve into that too much. You'll be able to witness more of that later on. But as not just as a designer, as an entrepreneur as well, how do you encourage your fellow women in business to partner with social enterprises? We're all about female empowerment in this project at the Mayon.
I feel the pandemic has taught us so many things. Not just, how to run a business, but really thinking about how we do things. And in doing things, we also always should think of how we affect others, how our processes affect others. So it means thinking about people. Ito bang trabaho ko? Ano bang naitutulot nitong ganda sa buhay ko at sa buhay ng ibang tao? Ito ba ay tungkol lamang sa hanap buhay or pera, or kabuhayan ko at kabuhayan ng ibang tao. So it's thinking about people, and at the same time, hindi tayo mabubuhay sa mundo na ito kung hindi natin aalagaan ang mundo natin. Itong hanap buhay ko, makakatulong ba siya para magtagal ang mundong ginagalawan natin? Kasi kung malayo yung mundo natin, ano kayo pinaghahanap buhay natin? These things, natututunan natin siya sa araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos, may baha, may lindol, may sunog. All these things, dapat natutunan na natin siya. So dapat may magbago. And therefore, itong mga efforts natin, collaborative efforts, should be really a road to 100 days of happiness, a road to learning all these things together. So for me, that's really, really important.
And a road that leads to more days of happiness in the future din. No? Maraming salamat. I really love the fact that nabanggit nyo rin na there needs to be a sense of purpose, right? It has to be bigger than you. The fact that you managed to integrate your talent as a designer to something that we're doing for the environment is a perfect example of that. At saktong-sakto rin na nasabi niyo yun on how it affects you, because that segues into my next question. This one is for Ms. Micah naman po. How does Spark Philippines plan to impact the lives of the Filipino women and youth this Christmas season?
Well, through this Grow project, I'd like to take this opportunity, of course, with our collaborative partners, through giving economic access for women from marginalized communities. We at Spark, we serve the low-income, marginalized, and underserved communities. Many years ago, I had a talk with Mayor Belmont, and I had said we were very inclusive. We were serving women who were persons with disabilities, senior citizens, women from difficult circumstances. And she had reminded me of a sector that I had forgotten, the invincible women. Those were persons deprived of liberty. And that's what brought us to work with the No Moment Left Behind program of the Office of the Mayor. We at Spark were a very small organization, small but passionate, and we thrive with collaborations. We'd like to thank Mr. Stephen Tan for this opportunity and SM for giving us the platform. To Mayor Belmonte and the Quezon City government for the strong partnership through the years, and of course the initiator of this project, who this would not have come about, to my dear friend, designer Zara Wong. Thank you. Thank you to all of you.
Very much a collaborative effort. Maraming salamat. It does take a village indeed. And when it comes to inclusivity, I always say Quezon City does come to mind right away, because that's something that I know the city is extremely passionate about, and I felt that as a resident as well. Dito naman po tayo kay Sir Dustin. Ang unang question ko is, do you have enough brownies for all of us today? No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Maybe though. We'll find out later on. But Sir Dustin, why do you think it's essential that MSMEs give importance to continued nation and character building?
The SMEs look all together, do their part through building more opportunities for the impoverished. Of course, they provide jobs and it helps sustain the development, especially for areas undeveloped. So, there.
Again, providing more people with roles, purpose, and a livelihood as well. Maraming salamat. That is a huge thing. We're going to wrap it up with one last question, because I know that we're all aching to see some of the designs by Ms. Zara again. So Mayor Joy, if I may ask one more time, how do you think the underprivileged will benefit from this project, and what are the ways in which the community can be helped?
Everybody will benefit from this project, because whenever the lives of people improve, this improves the lives of the entire city. Because there can be no progress if there are people left behind. That is my philosophy. That's why when we concentrate on the marginalized sectors and make their lives better, everybody's life improves. And because this project is doubly special, because it uses material that would otherwise go to landfills, then we are also saving the planet. And when we save the planet, the whole world benefits. This is really a very significant project that will affect the lives of everyone. If this is scaled up, napakaraming matutulungan itong proyekto.
Beautifully said! Palakpakan naman dyan! There can be no progress if there are people left behind. That is a quote that I think needs to be on posters everywhere. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much to all our